I'd like us to look back to the book of Revelation chapter 7 today, just for a very simple thought in verse 9. After this I looked, and there before me was a great multitude that no one could count, from every nation, tribe, people, and language, standing before the throne and in front of the Lamb. They were wearing white robes and were holding palm branches in their hands, and they cried out in a loud voice, "Salvation belongs to our God who sits on the throne and to the Lamb." Now again, there's lots of beautiful truth in there. Evidently, there's going to be some vegetation in heaven because they're going to have palm branches. But I also want you to see men from every tribe, every nation, every language. There is so much prejudice in the world today, so much bigotry, so much prejudice that's been even allowed into the church world today. No Chinese can go to a Filipino church. Filipinos not allowed in Chinese church. Blacks not in white. I mean, it just goes on and on. We divide up in our own little worlds and act as if that this is wonderful. And Peter Wagner, who's gone to heaven now, used to teach a thing called the homogeneous principle that taught pastors to divide people up into their own little people groups. And people like to be around people like themselves. And I have fought that all my life. Fought that all my life. Because heaven is where we're from. And citizenship in heaven is a little different. Because all of a sudden, there's people from every nation, every people, every language, every tribe. When we get to heaven, there is no black or white or green or purple or yellow with red dots. I mean, there is none of this dividing people up by people groups anymore. We are just people who have been washed in the blood. Every one of us is equal with every other human being at the foot of the cross. Now, brothers and sisters, I would challenge you today. Get rid of this homogeneous principle where you want people around you of the same socio-economic people group class. Get rid of the bigotry that says, well, you know, we're Mexicans, so we want in our own little Spanish church, and Filipinos, we want in our own little Filipino church, and Chinese, we want in our own little Chinese church, and white people, we want in our own little white church, and black people, we want in our own little black church, and German people, we want in our own little German church. Get rid of this stuff. And let's start recognizing that Jesus died for us all, and we're equal at the foot of the cross.